The Galway Hurdle is next. This is a grade 2 2-mile hurdle. At the top we've got Baltic Sunrise for Graham Clutterbuck, Enlightened for Joshua Sutherland, Explicable for Paul Parsons, Parky Equine David Robertson, Warmonger Joshua Sutherland, Eyes of the World Martin Leadham, Fast Response David Hooley, Instructor Craig Beckwith, Melon Lover and Pollen Vanessa Darren Thompson, and Speed Team David Hooley. Once again, a lot of returners in this one, and some pretty highly rated horses from last season. They're away and racing. Heading towards the first flight, which they all get over nicely. Pretty tightly grouped, nothing seems to be all that keen on being the front runner. And they get to the second of the 8. And now it's Enlightened, who's just about gone on from stable companion Warmonger. Baltic Sunrise is now bursting through the pack though and has come through to take it up and joined by Parky Equine. So it looks like it might be those two. And they're going to set the pace to the race, and the pace isn't going to be all that strong by the looks of things as they pass the winning post with a complete circuit to go. And Baltic Sunrise is in the lead. Parky Equine is in second, Enlightened is third. Then comes Warmonger and Speed Team, and most of the top trainers got 2 in this because obviously returning horses from the top yards are not going to get in the maidens, are they? Because they will have won last season at some point. So Baltic Sunrise is the leader, on Parky Equine and Enlightened second and third. Then Fast Response, Pollen Vanessa, Speed Team is next. Then Warmonger and Explicable. And a bit of a gap to the back to Eyes of the World and Instructor. And Baltic Sunrise in front. As they jump over the third. Pollen Vanessa back in second. And this leader is now opened up by a good 4 or 5 lengths. Enlightened is third, Fast Response is in fourth. David Hooley's other one, Speed Team, is tracking that one. Then comes Parky Equine, Melon Lover on the outside, the second Darren Thompson horse. Explicable is just coming up the inside of that one. Then comes Eyes of the World, and Instructor is just the back marker. At this point, they've got 7 furlongs still to go, and they've still got 4 flights to get over. This is the 4th from home, and they're all safely over it. With Baltic Sunrise in front, 3 lengths clear of Parky Equine in second. Over the third last they go. Oh, sorry, that was the 4th last. Can't count. And Parky Equine has gone into the lead from Baltic Sunrise in second. And on the inside is Pollen Vanessa with Enlightened and Warmonger alongside that one, and then Speed Team on the outside. Fast Response is next, then Instructor and Explicable trying to get into it. Eyes of the World is after that one. Melon Lover's the one who's surprisingly dropped out as they head towards the third from home. Parky Equine and Baltic Sunrise matching strides at the moment, but Speed Team going well on the outside over that one nicely. Then Explicable is also moving through nicely. That's a newcomer. Then comes Enlightened. Pollen Vanessa is next. Fast Response and Instructor trying to run on. Eyes of the World trying to come round the outside. Warmonger's currently lost its place as they get over the second last, and they're now heading towards the final flight with Speed Team now in the lead, being chased by Explicable. These two have gone past Parky Equine and Baltic Sunrise. Over the final flight they go, and it's Speed Team who's clear in front. Speed Team with a furlong to go is 2 to 3 lengths clear from Instructor, who's coming out of the pack into second. And Explicable, Parky Equine, Eyes of the World is running on from the back, but it's Speed Team who looks like he's going to take this one. Speed Team wins it from Instructor second, then Explicable, Eyes of the World, Parky Equine, Fast Response, Enlightened, and all the way back to the slightly disappointing Melon Lover. Very interesting again to see the ratings of these horses from last season, give you an idea, because I think Instructor and Explicable are newcomers, and I'm pretty sure Speed Team's going to be a highly rated. Oh, goodness me, he is, isn't he? Speed Team, David Hooley rated 176, so that's champion hurdle stuff. So Instructor for Craig Beckwith and Explicable for Paul Parsons. I'm extremely sorry, but you are going to get one heck of a handicap mark for that. Eyes of the World 4th for Martin Leadham, and I think she's probably going to go up quite a bit as well, from 121. And Parky Equine for David Robertson was 5th. Fast Response for David Hooley was 6th. They're going to go as well, but especially when you look at Pollen Vanessa rated 171, Enlightened 154, and Warmonger 161. So again, that's the second race that I've covered here at Galway, where some really hugely rated horses from last season have come in and they've been beaten by some newcomers. And, well, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of handicap marks they get for next week. It's going to be very interesting indeed.